crossbow out, apparently. I don't know which direction we're looking at, though.
Okay. So, yeah, just a slight little recap. So, last time you guys made it to the outpost. You spotted a Dergar. Or Dergar. I don't even know how to pronounce that, actually.
Durgar, I don't know.
Hell,
Yeah.
I played one and I just made it up every time I said it.
Duergar. Anyhow,
Yeah, that's it.
just really pronounce every vowel. So you guys traversed north, followed the somehow you made it to via the directions that you were provided by one of the sisters at the inn, and you took out the kind of like guard, Dergar sitting out, and anyhow, shenanigans ensued. It's interesting how you guys approached this little area, but you ended up getting to the front door. You heard a lot of like loud banging. You try to open it up, and you fought this. It seems to be this undead, large creature, who took a couple more instances of hitting them in order to get them down. And then you fought a larger version of these dark-skinned dwarves, the Dergar. But anyhow, in the process of that, valiantly as the tank is, a silo did go down once. Before being revived. I think who was that? Buffetes? Did you cast the cure wounds? Was that you? Or healing word?
It was.
Yeah. Bringing them back up, and so as of right now, what was happening? Last time as well, Jimothy decided to take an alternate route, went underneath this like tunnel. It seems like maybe like a sewer exit, but anyhow, he went underneath. And he popped up, and anyhow, in that process, he took a couple of shots, pretty much did a very good strat where he pretty much just popped out, shot, hid, and kept doing that the entire combat. These guys could not perceive him at all until maybe like the last round or two. But due to that positioning, he heard, he kind of went to the door to the right of him and heard that there was something coming. And so last time where we ended up, you guys decided that you were going to wait, anticipate, see what comes through, if anything comes through, assess, and either run or fight to the death. I think that's pretty much where we ended up.
We're gonna fight to their deaths. If we start dying, I'm gonna leave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just
No,
if they're dying.
See, that seems so cowardly. Okay. So, all right. So let me unpause this. And so I think Jimothy, he's the one who kind of shouted this out, like, hey, or no, not shouted, but he kind of like let the party know that somebody was coming. And is that where you want to be positioned, Jimothy, or did you want to be closer to the door to make sure somebody's coming, or? You're muted.
Typical Zoom meeting.
Yeah, can't escape that, unfortunately.
There's always one.
Wow.
Nope.
Having technical difficulty.
It's still. You have to click the microphone button.
Oh, well, it said if I hit Alt A that it would unmute, but that clearly did not happen.
Spacebar. If you're muted, you can press and hold the spacebar. It'll unmute.
Anyway, yeah, I will just have my
hold your ground there.
Short bow ready for if anything opens the door. I'm gonna.
Right.
Wow.
Okay. So, you notice that the door Oops, I just locked it. Sorry. The door does open, but you don't see anything. So do you fire? But you don't see. You just see the door open. You said you were holding it, but I want to make sure that you're triggering it. Did you want to see something before you fired, or did you just want to, as soon as the door opened, you fire?
Well, that would be my assumption before a door opened. But if a door opens and there's nothing there, I'm probably going to improvise and go ahead and shoot.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Okay. So
Zorn is not shooting until she sees something.
I think I'll do it like.
But I'm behind a corner, like here.
Okay.
You know?
So
I'm gonna do it a height based on the average height of the previous mob creatures we've been fighting, besides the gigantic fucking undead thing. So the Derogars, like chest level,
Okay.
where I think a Derogar would be.
Okay, fair enough. I think in this case, since you don't see the person, I think it's with disadvantage.
Yeah, then I would have disadvantage on any attack roll. So
Okay, so yeah, just roll to attack with disadvantage. But I mean, considering you've been rolling pretty well, I think for the most part.
wait, if I
You
can
may
jinx
still
it.
That's my goal as a DM. Yes.
Do I even need to roll with disadvantage now, or do I just say I already missed?
You could get worse.
Well, just in
You could
case.
do worse. Yeah, get those ones out of the way.
You fuckers.
His name is John C. Oh, it's so worth it.
Waste that 20.
Oh man.
At least it was natural.
You know, I was gonna let it slide, but like when Stephanie was like, you should just get those out of the way. I was like, yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna shove all the blame on her. No,
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay, well, okay, so you notice that your arrow does fly through, but it doesn't impact anything. Kind of like you hear it, and then you hear it impact like a wall or something. It makes kind of that sound, and it falls to the ground. Give me a perception check, though. Okay. Dang, son. Rolling rocks. Okay. That's right.
You feel the axe as it carves into your side. Is that where this is going?
Potentially.
I think I
It
need
tickles.
to check for that.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So you do notice with that, while you may not see something, you do hear something coming and approaching you to the side. So you're just like, wait, I hear steps. And with that high enough of a roll, you hear two sets of footsteps coming towards you.
From the direction of the door.
From the direction of the door.
And it sounds like it's just walking, Timothy, or does it sound like they're
Yeah, that's a good
hurrying?
question. I'll say, Jimothy, with that roll, you do hear it, like it's a little bit more with
Speed.
haste. Like they're moving a little bit more aggressively. Like it's not like running, but they're definitely
Speed walking.
hustling towards you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have like their mall tracksuit on, and they're and they're like Skechers, and you can hear those Skechers just squeaking. No, I'm just kidding.
Squeak, 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 squeak.
As they make their way towards you.
I mean, unless they're not carrying shake weights.
You hear buzzing.
All right. Well, I'm going to. I guess I'm gonna sling my bow across my back and pull out my rapier, and I don't even know if I have a fucking shield on me.
Okay. Do you say anything? I'll let you have
Have
an
at thee.
opportunity to say anything.
Have
You're just
at
kind of
thee.
like, oh, neat.
Have at thee. I'll say it loud enough where I clearly something is coming.
Okay.
I'll say
So-
they're invisible. Ah, they're invisible.
all right, all right. Okay, so with that, Jimothy shouts that out like, "Oh, they're invisible." What are the rest of you doing? I'll give you guys a quote unquote round to do something as Jimothy shouts this out. You can reposition yourselves. You could.
Could I ask a question about the door?
Yes, you can. Yeah.
So is
it
the door
depends.
open all the way, or does it seem like it would need to be moved more, like moved more for the types of creatures that we saw to get through there?
Oh, that's a good question. So it doesn't like wham swing open or anything like that, but it does like open, like it opens like slowly enough.
Okay,
But like it doesn't, you can't really quite tell like if it's like
Okay.
something that's like barreling through the door.
got it. Okay, that's fine. I was hoping that you would tell me it was like halfway open, but they would have to open it all the way, and then I could just use
No,
that
it
as
is
an
it is
indicator.
pretty open. I'll say
Okay, okay. I'm going to have my crossbow ready, and as soon as I see Jimothy, like, shoot at something, or like, if I can see his face and he's like, oh, someone's here, I'm gonna, like, shoot at it, unless I can, if I can't see it, I'm just gonna base my shooting on his face.
that. Okay.
Okay. I'm going to move up next to Jimothy
Okay.
No.
and prepare for whatever is about to happen.
Jimothy, what is
Okay.
that thing to the south of you? Is that
The
a pillar?
It's the hole I came out of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
At least down to that little river to the southeast.
Okay,
Stream.
Correct. Yep.
perfect.
That is correct.
Thanks. I was like, there's a shield right there. Just pick it up.
Just
Frozen
pick
up
up this
with shields, I guess.
massive. Okay. Osmanthus, Buffades, any movement? Or
I just
operation?
moved in next to Osmanthus, so that's where I'll be.
Oz is going through his mind like, all of those options require me to see the target. It's like, I'm out. I'm useless if I can't see the thing.
All right. I'm out of here. See you guys. Good
Yeah.
luck. Okay.
He'll wait until he can, I guess, somehow perceive that a creature is next to either Jimothy or a silo.
Okay. So, okay. So with that, you see. So I wanted to make sure I got the invisibility right. Just in a blink of a second, you see two of these things, these Dergar, appear in front of you, Jimothy, and they're gonna both strike at you. So they both pop out, and they're both gonna strike at you. And I'll have everyone roll for initiative. Hope you guys back at the initiative.
Oh, like on my screen, it rolled like 18. It like showed 4, 18, and then rolled back to 4 again. I'm like, oh.
Osmanthus, you really didn't want to be here.
I guess not.
Man. Okay. Not great. Okay. So, okay, first up, let's begin said combat. Is one of these. They're gonna take a swing at. They're not large. They seem to be the smaller, like dwarven size, about 4 feet ish, 4.5 feet tall. But they will swing.
Oh, that's fun.
All right, I don't know if you guys hear that on my end, but I critted.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we see.
I'm glad you don't have the music, I guess.
Okay. Okay, so that's gonna be a 24 to hit. Jimothy, you will take what the heck? Okay, 11 piercing damage. And I want to make sure I get this right. Oh, I see. Okay, just want to make sure. Yeah, you will take I'm sorry, scratch that. 13 piercing damage. So they come in, and then holy crap. Okay, you are down. Okay. So yeah, just angrily, this thing goes like, and just slams into kind of like the side of you, because you're about the same height, I think. Right, Jimothy, you're a halfling, right? And so yeah, they kind of like swing at you from the side, and that is gonna be his turn. Okay.
Am I able to attack one of these since now I see Jimothy has gotten hurt?
You know what? That's fair. I think you also mentioned that you were gonna have something prepared and shoot once you saw something.
Yes.
So I'll say that. Yeah, let's resolve that. Okay, yeah, take an attack. We'll say this is kind of like a
I'm assuming I would hit this one because it's kind of closer to the door, I feel like, just in my
sure
line of
from
sight.
positioning. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's the one that actually swings at Jimmy.
Hey, perfect. That works for the storyline then. So
Oh my.
Hey!
All right. That will hit.
Perfect.
There's just crit all over the place in here.
Yeah, just critting to the max. Okay.
Holy
yeah, that
crit.
does quite a bit of damage. As you're like, he takes the swing at Jimothy, and you're like, do you say anything? You're just,
I'm like, no, Jimothy! And then like I go and shoot it. And
then like you hit it, and it's like, you don't hit it like right where like it like right in the larynx where like it can't breathe, but you do hit it in the throat, so it's like struggling to be like so it's like it got like something caught in its throat. But yeah, you do hit it. Quite a bit of damage there. Okay. Okay, sorry. So you take that. The first Durgar went, and then we're moving over to Buffades. Buffades, what are you doing?
These guys are visible now, right? Is that
Correct. Both of those are
what I'm
visible. Yes.
All right. I will cast. Sleep. And I don't know if I put either of those guys to sleep. I am not sure of how this one works.
Okay. No, that's fair. Okay, so sleep. I always mess this one up, so I always want to read it.
I believe I can take all damage, but it's just like removed from their hit points, and I'll attempt to target the one if I can. I don't know if it's up to you or not, but if I could choose to try and take the one that just got critted on first.
yeah, it does say starting with the creature that has the lowest current hit points.
Got
right.
it. Okay.
And then I just keep subtracting the HP from that total pool of
That would be
HP.
Jimothy.
He's already sleeping.
Just
You get a target, right? Like it's not like all affected in the area, right? Yeah, it does say ignoring unconscious creatures.
yeah. I thought it was strange. I didn't think it was a 20-foot spear, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I get a target.
Okay. Yeah, let's make sure that's right. That makes sense to me, honestly, but
This spell since creature moves.
Creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose within range of the affected area.
right. So it seems
Yeah.
like even
So you can
What's
pick
on?
which he can pick which ones he wants to hit with it.
Okay, okay. That's what I wanted to make sure on that. And that makes more sense to me because it's just kind of like, why would you ever use this?
Yeah, I guess these guys aren't immune to being charmed, right?
Like in
I,
terms of
I can
like,
see an argument for both ways. If you position this on the party, I can see it affecting the party. You choose by positioning
Sure.
the spear.
Well,
Well-
and I got plenty of range to move it back if I
Right.
need to. I'll say.
right, right,
Well,
right. Okay.
I-
I'll make this call. I guess for the future, for now, and we'll kind of look back into it if you guys see something else. I'll say that all the enemies will deduct from the pool first, and then whatever is left over will go to the players. Does that seem fair?
Mhm.
I'm not even sure with an 18 if I did enough to even put one of them to sleep.
Yeah.
So
No, that's fair. Actually, with an 18, albeit it shows red here, like it's like, man, you really rolled poorly.
yeah, I did.
The one that actually strikes at Jimothy and is kind of like right now struggling to like breathe, just kind of like trying to adjust where the arrow struck its neck, actually collapses in front of you and falls asleep.
Now you're gonna bleed out unconsciously.
Let's put the unconscious token on him.
Creatures don't really bleed out.
That's true.
All right, great work. Yes, I was waiting for a different spell besides vicious mockery.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Figured I'd try something else.
Nice.
so
Okay.
yeah.
Anything else? Any movement or anything?
No. I think I'll just keep looking down this other hallway as far as I can, make sure no one's coming that way.
Okay. In that case, and then with the remainder, yeah, you're not able to put the other one to sleep. So they're still up. And it's that one's turn, I believe. Yes. He is going to. He sees. Zoran actually. Zoran's the one that fires into his friend. And so he's actually going to. Let's see what he's going to do. Okay, takes. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. So first things first, he's gonna enlarge, become the same size as the other ones. So he will. Let's modify his token a little bit. Grow in size, and he's gonna move towards you, Zoran,
so
and that's gonna be his turn.
just quick question. Because he grew in size and then moved, would he have come within range of me to take an attack of opportunity?
Oh, well, I guess where he was positioned, like I think he was right here. So I think even there, I don't unless you have a reach weapon.
No, I thought he was closer, like when you first
Okay.
enlarged the token.
Okay. Yeah, he was either here or here, but either way, I think he was far enough away from you.
Okay.
Are you sure he
Okay.
didn't enlarge a little bit more south of there?
No, I'd love to give it to you, but like
Just
that means
kidding.
he's just like kicking over his friend's body as he's enlarging. He's like, "Yeah, move out of the way."
Maybe he's trying to wake him up. 2 for 1 sort of thing. Wake him up,
Fair.
enlarge. I don't know.
Okay. That's gonna be his turn. I'm gonna make sure that was an action. Okay, Jimothy, you're up.
But
I will
he's
have
not.
you roll a death saving throw.
He's not up.
Brutal. Come on, guys. You're supposed to be on a team.
Ooh.
Oh, you didn't have to show us if you didn't want to.
He doesn't care. Okay. So, what is it? 10 or above or 11 or above? It's 10 or above, right?
10 or
10
above.
Okay, that's right. There's a slightly higher chance. Okay, so yeah, that is 1 point towards success. So just 2 more of those and you're up. Okay, moving on.
Saw that roll, and all I could think of was Austin Powers. I too like to live dangerously.
Okay, from the other side of the hallway, kind of like coming from like over here, you hear a door slam open, and you hear something rush out, and you hear some yelling. You're like, "What the hell's going on over here?" And then
Is that in common?
yes, that is actually in common.
Okay.
You do hear this.
Hmm. Oh no.
So here. That will be that. His turn. Okay. Moving on towards a silo. You are up.
Knowing that I can't currently do anything for my friend that is beside me, unfortunately. And I don't, I saw the other one collapse in front of me. I will rush to defend my other party member. And
Fair enough.
I will take a swing with my warhammer.
Okay.
And that should be with advantage for flanking.
Yes.
That's much better. Does a 24 hit?
Yes, a 24 hits. Yo, this is some bullshit, all right? I'm straight up not having a good time.
13 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, yeah, that's, man, did you roll max? Yeah, you did. All right, that looks like it hurts him a lot. So you come in and like, yeah, where are you striking him? Because like he just kind of like shouts out in pain, and you hear like cracks wherever in the bones you strike at. I'll let you decide.
Because he grew in size and was like running from me, I just like cracked him like right across the back of the ankle while he was running towards Zoran.
Ow. Owie.
Oh. That is oh man. I don't know if you guys like ever like really hit your ankle that hard. Like, oh, I just
Mm-hmm.
Like the side of the bone there. I just feel like you just like caved that in. Okay. Wow. All right. Yeah, that makes sense. You do quite a bit of damage there. Okay, anything else on your turn? So you moved, you strike, any bonus actions?
Nope, don't have any bonus actions I can use.
Okay. Perfect. Moving on to your tag team partner Zoran. So you hear the Stairgar shout out in pain as you see a Silo kind of like running and just strikes at his leg, and you like notice that like the foot is bleeding from the impact. You can kind of see like he's like kind of like stepping in his pool of his own blood.
So if I use my heavy crossbow, it would be at disadvantage because of how close we are?
Correct. Unless you have something for that, which I don't think you do.
I do not. I don't think. So I might switch to I might like drop my crossbow on the ground and grab like my short bow that I was using before, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah, let's do that.
I think either way it'll be a straight roll.
Yeah.
You'll have disadvantage, but advantage from the flanking.
Oh wait, that's right.
Unless you have a melee weapon.
I do, but no. Let's just do the heavy crossbow since it's just a straight roll. Let's just do that. It'll be okay.
Okay. Now, so just to be clear, would you get the advantage even if just because like positioning, or does like?
Actually, I don't. I think that might only be for melee.
For melee. Okay, then. Yeah, I can grab my short swords. That's fine. Those are in my.
Swing the heavy crossbow at the thing as an improvised weapon.
No, I got a short sword.
I don't know if you'll get any like, do you get any modifier for that, or would it just be like +1?
It's like a 1d4 for modified
Yeah,
weapon.
for an improvised weapon.
Or
Okay.
improvised
That would be at
weapon.
advantage because it'd be melee.
I'll use one of my 2 short swords.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so well, you'll have to drop the crossbows. Are you okay
I
with
did.
that?
Yep,
Okay.
it's on the ground,
Perfect.
right in between my feet.
Okay.
Oh no!
You do have advantage though.
Oh no!
Okay.
An 18,
An 18 is sufficient to hit.
and it's a 4. Wah, wah.
Savage attacker.
Hey.
Oh yeah,
Boo! Never mind.
I do have that. No, because I was thinking about that the whole time last time, and I'm like, oh, I gotta remember I have that.
Well, it's
No,
like I always
had to
roll
also
so
remember.
high in damage, I haven't had to use it yet. It's ridiculous.
Well, you have to
boo.
hit
Burn your
first.
Oh,
angle.
boo-hoo.
I feel like my problem last time was I wasn't hitting, so I couldn't, I couldn't re-roll my damage. So, yes, let me.
Now, just
Okay.
out of curiosity, like with that, when you re-roll it, like you have to take the second result, or you can choose out of the 2. I don't remember.
I'm pretty
Um,
sure you can choose.
Dang, that's really good. Can use either roll. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yo, this is some garbage. I need to change this up. Need to beef up some of these enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so 1 more point of damage.
Hey, it's still 1 more.
It could be the point that's needed.
Yeah.
Every little bit
Um,
helps. Damage is damage.
Yes, that is correct. It is not enough to kill him, but it is another point towards death. As you kind of like strike. Where are you striking at him with your short sword?
Well, I'm guessing if a silo hit him on one knee, his other one's probably out closer to me, so I'm gonna hit his other leg.
Okay, so he's like his ankle's just smashed
Yes.
on one end, and you just like
Yeah.
hit his other leg,
Yes.
just trying to cripple him.
Yes.
Brutal. Okay.
Cool.
All right. Okay, I'm assuming you're not gonna move.
No, I'll stay.
you should. It'd be a great idea.
No, because I had to drop my weapon and then I
Okay.
attacked. So no, I'll stay here. I don't want
Okay,
him to
perfect.
attack me.
All right. Oz, you are up.
So, Jimothy's bleeding out after taking a war pick to the chest.
My
Oz,
blood is coagulating though, so I might be okay.
Yeah.
That's true. It's the power of friendship that's keeping him alive.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to end that.
And the friendship.
I think Oz is just gonna kind of, raise his staff, point at the big guy,
Yep.
and little flame is gonna streak out from the staff
Perfect.
as he casts firebolt.
Oh,
Oh yeah, 20.
Boom.
that does hit. For
This guy
a
is just gonna get immolated with that 1 point of damage, just in flames.
so yeah, you strike at him, and like it gets caught, like it like hits like his
I think you
like his
singed
chest.
off an eyebrow.
yeah, like it hits his chest, and like because he's got like a beard, it like part of the beard has like little embers on it. But that's about it. Okay,
Oh.
any movement?
Yeah, he'll like back up in the space next to Bofades and kind of look at Bofades and go,
Perfect.
normally that does more.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, Asilo, you detected this before with your, I believe, was it like detect good and evil or something? You had some
It
ability. It was cool.
Is divine sense.
Divine sense. Yes. So you detected that there is a presence from last time. Just a reminder that there is another undead being in the vicinity, and you detected it being kind of like south to the door over here. You so from now you hear another like rustling and something like trying to, it's kind of like shouting, just like something like that, you know. And it's making movement towards you guys. You don't see it, the door hasn't opened up yet, but you do hear something. That will be its turn. Top of the round. The guy's still sleeping with with an arrow in his neck. He's just kind of like, just the worst sleep. What's that like? When you like, it's like sleep apnea. Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what he has. And we'll move on from there. And it's Bofades' turn.
Right. Well, Bofades will look at Oz and be like, "It's all right, bud. You tried." And he'll pull out his lute and go, and he will give a Silo some bardic inspiration.
Nice.
I don't think
that is nice. But
I don't think my dice roll counts, right? He gets to use it.
No, I get to
Right.
use it on
Yeah.
my
Okay.
attack.
It just auto rolls when I select the activity.
Yeah.
Or the ability on there.
Okay.
And that was a bonus action. And on Jimothy, I'm gonna run over.
Oh, run over. You can't really stand on that well.
Oh,
You
there.
stand right next to it. Yeah, there you go.
And I will.
Sorry, I should have made that clear.
Cast Cure Wounds.
Oh, let's go.
Nice.
All right.
And then I still have 10 feet of movement to move 10 feet away.
Fair enough. So you just kind of like come in. Yeah. So how do you? So you just like, I don't know, because you're kind of like a bard. Do you like do anything like instrumental as you heal him up, or you're just kind of like, yeah, I'm just gonna slap him.
Walk
Yeah.
over, do a bag tag. Get up.
Oh,
That's just
God.
what you want, some Satan nuts.
Well, regardless,
yeah.
Jimothy
No,
is
I come over and I play a little song and I'm like, get up. And then I back off.
Fair enough.
Wake
Okay.
up, man.
It is going to be the Dergar's turn in front of Zoran, or between Zoran and Asilo. Still focusing on Zoran. It is, as you, well, I guess you did, well, no, you did a decent amount of damage. It's going to take a swing at you.
He's scared to turn around.
A little bit. Does a 19 hit?
It does.
Okay, you will take, oh man, I rolled rocks. Let's go. You will take 12 piercing damage.
Oh no, that's exactly what I have.
Oh yes, let's go. So it's just kind of like, it shouts something, you can't understand what it's saying, but it shouts something. It's like, and it just like slams down at you. Okay. I should probably learn Undercommon before I'm just making like random noises on stream, but that's okay.
Just learn Klingon. It's about the same.
Well, at least you can actually learn that. All right, moving on. It's not going to move. Jimothy, you're up. Revitalized with life from your friend Bofades. What are you doing?
I will hop to my feet.
Okay. Quick step. You see the guy kind of like gargling and sleeping next to you.
Okay, I'm going to peer past him. Do I see anything coming from the east?
No, you do not.
Okay. I'm going to pick up my short bow.
Okay.
I'll shoot this big one, I guess.
Okay. You don't want to shoot the guy on the ground? That'd be cool.
Nope, I don't.
Fair enough. All right. Roll to attack. Okay. You don't have an advantage or anything like that?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Well, unfortunately, a 9 is not enough. As you kind of just like skitters past his head, but picks up a couple of hairs, but it doesn't hit him true. You're a little bit dazed, just kind of like from standing up. Not mechanically dazed, but just you're still trying to figure it out. Any other movement? Or any movement in general, sorry. I think you just...
I guess I'll move here.
Okay. All right. Moving on. So you hear big footsteps coming as you see another one of these Dergar appear. This one is in large form already. But you notice that this one is a little bit nicer dressed. They're not kind of like wearing like just kind of like armor, and they're wearing like robes of this like deep purple with kind of like this like black lined pattern kind of going all the way down. And yeah, they're a little bit more polished. Their beard is a little bit more trimmed, and he looks and sees like, and he's shouting in a comment. He's like, "All right, enough! No more bloodshed! Just..." And he shouts out to his other one in something in Undercommon. But he says, "We'll let you go. Just no more violence." And that's what he says. And I'll let you guys kind of decide that on your turn how you want to react to that. But Asilo, you are up. You just heard this. It is in common. You can still choose violence. But if you'd like to roll, it would take an action. But you could also roll to do a insight check if you'd like. But you don't have to do that. You could wait for somebody else to do it or whatever.
I will shout back across and say
I hope you don't say that.
I'll say, I'm assuming you're Zaradok. If my assumption is correct, are you going to release the townspeople and return the items you have stolen? Or are we going to have to continue this?
Okay. All right. Here's that.
And depending on his answer, I will hold an action to whoop the shit out of the guy in front of me if he says he's not going to comply.
Okay. Okay. All right. We'll hold on to that for now. But yeah, duly noted. Okay. Zoran, you are up. You hear your companion
I'm
Asilo
dead.
retort this. Oh, you're dead, right? You're sorry. Yes.
It's all
Roll a
good.
death saving throw.
It's all good.
No. I mean, that's great. Good job. Keep it up.
Thanks.
Love when that happens.
I know.
All right. Moving on then to Oz. You hear this. You see this individual. You hear the response from Asilo as they're kind of like winding up to take their next swing.
Yeah, good times. Good times. I suppose Oz would want to try and figure out if this newcomer is being sincere.
Okay. Okay, so you'll have to spend an action if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
Okay. So roll an insight, and then you can shout out whatever if you're able to. Okay. 16. All right. Make this fair. I'll roll against you. Okay. So,
Just
you
out of
ascertain-
curiosity, are you meaning to show us your rolls?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy was supposed to be private. That one, whatever, it's fine. Most of the other ones have been private, but for some reason that one was public.
Well, most of their attacks have been public too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. Anyhow, doesn't matter. So moving on, he fails. So you can tell that he's being full of shit. He's pretty much just buying time. So that's what you gather.
Okay. With that, I'll say, Asilo, he's lying. I don't know if that's enough of a trigger since you were holding.
I'll leave that to the DM.
Okay, yeah, no, that's very true. You hear Oz shout that, and yeah, you can trigger your action if you'd like to keep swinging.
All right, I will take a swing. Unfortunately, I don't get advantage because my partner in crime is passed out in front of him.
Oh, but you don't need it.
Oh, but that was kind of a low roll, so I'll roll my 1d8 plus 5.
Oh, gosh. Fair enough.
I'll take the first roll.
All right, so you strike, and with 8 points of damage, how do you want to do it?
Because I'm assuming he's a little hunched over Zoran. I just do like an arcing swing towards his like right shoulder to bat him off to the side and just clobber the shit out of him.
All right, yeah. So you come in, you're just like, yo, just smack him. He doesn't even see it coming, and as he just collapses into the kind of the cages next to him there, and then he just falls down to the ground, and then reduces back in size, and he is deadzo. Get that. Okay. Oz, you got that. Coming back to you. Did you want to move or anything?
Yeah, I think Oz will move. He'll move over here.
Okay.
Hang out with his pal Bofades.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you see, so as Asilo strikes that one down, you see that this one here at least the Deragar there, he kind of like he's just like super upset. He's like, no. And he shouts something out in something you don't understand. But we'll come back to him. And then you hear more slamming. This time you hear like from the door down, kind of like the south west. You hear something slamming up against the door. It hasn't opened it yet, but you do hear slamming. That will be its turn. Top of the round, guy still gargling with an arrow in his neck. Buffades, you're up.
All right. If this guy, I mean, since he said he was lying, I don't have too much I can do, so I will just insult his looks. Some vicious mockery.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. You suck.
Okay. Let's make sure. Okay. Wisdom save. Okay, I want to make sure. All right. He saves on that. A natural 20.
Right.
So no, you can call him liar, liar, pants on fire, but he does not fall to the ground. Not fall to the ground, but he's not bothered by it. Okay, any movement or anything?
I'll just take another step back.
Okay. It is gonna be that's the dead one's turn. So moving on towards Jimothy, you're up.
All right. I guess I will. I'm going to bonus action hide.
Okay, like it.
These are like cages right here. Some kind of cages.
Yeah, they're empty right now, but
actually, what I'll do is I'll move over here next to Silo, and I'll like hide behind this big body. I feel like makes more sense than me just hiding in the middle of the room.
Sure.
So I'll bonus action to hide. I'm gonna do a stealth check.
Yes, please. Okay, as far as you can tell, you are sneakified.
All right, well, I'm gonna shoot the big guy there that's coming around the corner.
Okay. Fire away.
Do I have advantage?
Yes. Sorry. I should have been clear. I think you'll take the first one.
20.
20 does hit.
Uh,
Did you want to do your Duke of a Bob?
my savage attacker?
Yes.
Yeah, why would it not?
That's true. You always get to choose, right? Like if it was like you would have to take the second, then you might consider it, but
Well, I mean, if we had 2 attacks or something, maybe we want to do it on the second one, not the first one.
oh, that's a good point, right?
Because it's
like
only
once
one per round. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so just 6 points of damage. I think you'll stick with the other one.
Yeah, 6 plus 1 for sneak attack, so 7 total.
Nice. Okay. So he will take that. Okay.
And, yeah, that'll be it.
All right. So, realizing that he is clearly outnumbered from all of you, he's gonna turn to flee. And he's going to run back the way he came, and then kind of go through this room, shut the door. I forgot to map this out properly, but he's gone. But he runs off.
Ooh.
Okay. Asilo, you're up. You hear more banging coming from the south, kind of like that door I was mentioning, the southwest. But as of right now, you don't see an immediate threat.
Okay.
Okay, I'll say this, just kind of like, okay.
Ignore that.
Okay, sorry. Okay, I'll say this. Sorry, I was just like, what's happening? But as of right now, I'll say that you guys are kind of like in between. Like you have a little bit of time here. You have an opportunity to flee if you'd like. Kind of run away. But as of right now, there's nothing attacking you. But you do hear something that is coming from the south, or you anticipate something to be coming from the south.
Would there be enough time for both Hades to heal me? Or do I need to roll another death save?
Well,
You just let me know. No big deal.
Well, I'll let you guys check this out because I want to kind of take this round by round. So I kind of want you guys to decide as a group, and then we'll kind of go through round
so
by here.
I'm going to come up to Zoran and attempt to stabilize her.
Okay.
I think that's a medicine check, which I suck at.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, that would make sense. You don't see anything in front of you. It's now how does that work? Do I have to set a DC for that, or is there something specific on that?
I don't remember.
Let's look up.
I thought if they have like a first aid kit or whatever, I think it's just like they can use an action.
Like if you have a
Yeah, you're talking about the healer's kit?
yeah, if you have a healer's kit, it's automatic. But if you don't,
it looks like I have to set a DC here. Okay, so I'll have you roll, and I've got a DC in mind.
Okay. So
DC 50.
It's gonna be one more than what you roll. Just kidding.
Spoiler.
and so
Wait, you attempted to stabilize her with a -1?
yeah.
You
I have bardic
gambling
inspiration.
man.
I have bardic inspiration.
No,
If
I think that makes sense, right? Story-wise, right? Like you see your companion down, you want to help them out if you can.
Both Hades didn't feel that way.
Well, Hades is out of spell slots.
But no, that is sufficient to stabilize. I took CPR in elementary school. Let me help.
and
You're kind of like the person who's like on the plane who's like, is there a doctor on board? He's like, well, I took one CPR class. Put me in, coach.
Technically, I completely failed, but
yeah.
Stayed at a Holiday Inn Express one.
No, but with a 17, I'll say that's enough to stabilize.
Okay, and then with that, I will pick her up and look to my group and say, we need to regroup and come back at this at a later time.
Okay, you have one vote. I'll kind of come by round by round, person by person, and let you guys say how you want to go about this. Oh, by the way, you still have that random guy sleeping there. So that's one thing to note. Okay, so you have one vote to leave, Zoran. You're conscious. You're at 0, right? You're just stabilized.
She's still
You're stabilized with
unconscious.
I think you have to roll a d4.
Yeah, I think she has to roll a
d4.
Done.
By the way, Celso, the way you said that, it sounded like there was a one vote to leave Zoran.
Oh.
I was
You know
like,
what? That's what I want. Honestly,
Can't leave Zoran. I've already said I picked her up. She's over my shoulder. I'm carrying her.
Oh,
Okay.
3 hours.
3 hours. So without any, magical healing or anything like that, you will naturally go to 1 hit point in 3 hours. Okay, perfect. So, not sure exactly what Asilo did, but he just kind of like, I think you got to plug something here, and just put like some rations in the wound.
There's a muffin on my wound.
Yeah, it's like the wrapper. You're
Yes.
like, okay. Okay. Oz, you are up.
I think clearly we have to stay and fight and die.
That's not what I was anticipating, but all right.
No, Oz is like, yeah, we should go, but we should also make sure that Sleeping Beauty over here stays asleep.
Okay. Are you gonna do anything about that?
He's gonna move over to the door, and then he's gonna magic missile the sleeping guy.
Okay, fair enough. Roll damage.
Jeebus.
All right, how do you want to do that?
Huh.
He didn't expect it to go that way.
Did not
No,
expect-
no, I didn't. I guess it must have rolled a 4 because it's a D4 plus 1, so it must have rolled a 4, and then there are 3 of them. So yeah, 15 force damage.
Yeah, like I said, how do you want to do this? As you just.
I mean, really, this is the best way for him to die. He was sleeping.
I assume his head explodes.
Is the arrow still in the guy's neck?
Yes.
All right, I want the 3 darts. I guess they all 3 are gonna hit the arrow, and it's gonna pop out the other side, carving through like an artery.
Oh. All right. So that happens. I don't even want to describe it further.
He never even wakes
You guys
up.
are getting
He's
more and
dead.
more visceral with your texture. I love it. So he has these these missiles just strike through and just like keep driving through his neck, and he's just like eventually just bleeds out.
Yeah, I'm imagining there's like a bloody smear as the arrow, flies across the floor.
Oh, sure. We'll say that's what's happening. Okay.
And then I think
All right.
he can get just like right into the doorway.
Okay. And then, so you hear again more banging coming from the southwest door, but it does not open up, which is a load of baloney. But that's my problem. Moving on to Bofades. So you doing anything? Or you guys
I mean, after Bofades watches that happen, he's gonna just start singing a tune about magic missiles and the things that they can do as he's walking out the door and what they can do to you. As he'll be singing this to the Druger that's running away.
I just like in my mind did like a System of the Down version of like Wake Up.
Magic missiles.
I was gonna
He
sing
did-
it, but I was like,
he
oh,
did
I'm not
wake
really
him
that
up
bardic.
He did wake him up inside. I mean, he woke up his insides with the magic
That's
missile.
true. Okay. All right, he's making his way out, and then last but certainly not least, Jimothy.
All right, Timothy's I'm gonna step over some bodies, and as we're making our way out, I will see if any of them are holding any weapons or anything that looks semi-valuable to grab on the way out.
Sure, yeah. Give me an investigation check, please.
Speed looting.
Like, I'm not gonna like check pockets or anything like that, but if they've got like a pouch hanging on their belt, or they've got a nice sword or shield or something like that, then let's grab it.
Yeah.
Or like a master key to get into this place.
Yeah, that works too.
A 9. With a 9, you do find a small pouch. It's got like 5 silver pieces.
All right, I'll like put my foot on his chest and like rip the pouch off of his belt.
All right. So you're just like, oh yeah, we should get out of here. Wait. All right, let's go.
I'll just hear the coins and I'll be like, I'll count this later.
All right. So with that, I think you guys all kind of decided that you're gonna skedaddle. Okay. So I want all of you, since we're kind of going back into the terrain out here, I want you guys to all roll survival checks, please.
Do you
And
want me
we'll
to
say-
roll at disadvantage or something since I'm unconscious?
Actually, we'll just no, go ahead and roll. We'll just count this as a kind of a group roll. So.
Okay.
$13, $20, $11, $5, and $6. Okay. So, with that, yeah, you're able to leave no problem. And you kind of, it takes you a little bit of time to kind of navigate. You follow as I mentioned before, like these are kind of like large ice wall cliffs that kind of like wrap around, and you guys follow the base of that, kind of avoiding the winds. But as you kind of like step away where the cliffs kind of stop, back into the kind of like frozen open landscape with these rolling hills, as you see the wind kind of like pick up the powdered snow that's on top, you kind of realize like from a distance you kind of see the Kelvin's Cairn, the big rock mountain a little bit to the south, southeast of you. So at least you have that relative to you, and you kind of have to move towards that direction. But you're not exactly sure, based on kind of your positioning, how long that's going to take. So it's not like you're entirely lost, but it's going to take a little bit of time for you to kind of get back on like some footing that you're kind of like, okay, I think this is exactly where we need to go to get back to town. Because I'm assuming that's where you want to go, or did you guys want to explore any other towns, outposts, or mines?
I think we need to head back to town to get our friend to better health.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so you guys travel for a bit. It takes a couple of hours, and then you notice Asilo, as you're carrying Zoran, she eventually comes to. So you now have 1 hit point, as you kind of like are just slowly like wavering back and forth as Asilo trudges through the snow, and you're awake.
Where's my crossbow?
Oh no!
I don't think I grabbed it.
That's okay. Are we gonna go back and kill those guys? Just kidding.
Because I need to get my crossbow back.
Dang.
I think that can be arranged.
Fair enough. Okay, so all right, I want you guys, as you're kind of like now in the open here, to all roll a Constitution saving throw, as you're just kind of like directly in the open air, the sub-freezing temperatures chilling your bones. You still have the warm clothing, but again, it's just unbearable, really, to be out here. Ooh, okay,
Oh.
that's
What's going on? I mean, what the hell is going on?
I am Kevin Bacon.
okay. So we got.
Can I use that on a saving throw? Yes, I can. I will use my D6 because that was
Okay,
a
perfect.
shitty roll.
Okay.
So 15 on
Okay.
save.
So I'll say Jimothy and Buffades, you incur a point of exhaustion. Everyone else is fine. So thankfully you guys picked up the winter clothes, and that kind of helped lower the DC. But as you're still oh man, this is kind of, I don't know about these rules. I don't know how I want to do this, but I'll have you guys roll 1 more Constitution saving throw as kind of like a quote unquote, I don't want to say punishment, but like you guys, it takes a little bit longer to kind of like navigate back. So I'll have you guys roll another con save to see if you incur another one. Okay. So this time, Bophades and Oz and Zoran are, and it kind of makes sense. You guys are out here. You're struggling to find kind of like the rocky terrain that you found before, to kind of protect yourself for brief instances of time from the elements. As this time, when what really gets you is not necessarily the wind that gets in. You step in the wrong way, and some of the snow kind of gets in your boots, and it it just makes the chilling effect that more effective as you kind of have like the exposed skin being affected. So yeah, you guys will occur a point. The rest of you are fine, but after a bit of a couple of hours of movement, you eventually spot from a distance the kind of like couple of buildings that encompass Caer Koenig. And so I'll say that you guys are able to kind of successfully navigate back to the town. And I'll say at this point it's about evening time, just kind of like traveling up and then kind of traveling back. So you guys get back by nightfall. And it's kind of weird because, like I mentioned before, nightfall isn't really necessarily like 6, 7, 8 p.m. It's kind of like 4, 5, like real winter, but and it's always kind of being gloomy because you don't really see the sun, but that's around the time you get. So you would say it's about like 5 o'clock by the time you get back.
Okay.
Okay. So what are you guys doing? So you guys kind of get back to the couple buildings. I'm assuming, just gonna throw this out there, you probably want to check up on your cart and your polar bear buddies.
We'll take Zoran back to the inn and put her in the room to start recovering, and I'll go down and check the cart and the polar bears.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
I think maybe we should pay the that guy that told us about the townspeople a visit.
Okay.
Drawing a blank on his name.
Trovis?
So you actually do see kind of like, just as you saw the night you arrive, you see Trovis doing his maybe hourly or every few hours walk around. You see the lantern he kind of like holds around as he makes his way through the town, just checking up on things. So you guys actually will see him walking around. So if you guys want to approach him before you go to the town, or you guys want to, or go to the inn, or do you guys want to go to the inn first?
Well, I'm gonna leave a little bit of that up to the rest of the group.
I mean,
I don't know what Jimmy's thinking.
I'm taking Zoran to the inn first because she's rough.
Fair enough. All right. Just wanted to get to the. Okay, so Zoran and Asilo, they go back to the inn. Did the rest of you follow suit, or do you guys want to? Bophades, I'm assuming you're going back to the inn.
Jimothy's going to, since he's had a, brush with death.
Okay.
All right, I guess back to the inn it is.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So you guys gonna go back to the inn. This time you're greeted by the kind of like the younger sister, Allie. She's just like, "Oh, you returned, and well, I guess in one piece, I think." And she's like, "I don't see any missing limbs. How was it? Where's the rest of the townsfolk?"
We're still working on it.
Oh, well, all right. But did you find out what was happening?
Not entirely. We came across Zardoc and possibly his sons. We're not sure. There was little time for conversation, and we had to make a hasty retreat.
Her eyes like kind of like bulge open as you mentioned that name. You're just like, and like she doesn't say anything, but she's just like her eyes like wide, and she's like, "Oh, Oh, okay. All right. Well, anyhow, would you like something to eat? Yeah, anything. Please, go rest. Go rest. But anything you'd like. I'll ask my sister Corey to make you guys some dinner. How does that sound?
That would be appreciated.
Perfect. Any suggestions or anything you'd like? We made some house stew, but we could do something different. You know, since you're heroes and all. I'm assuming stew is not sufficient.
I'll take the stew.
Do sound
Look
good.
you beef.
What'd you
Is it
say?
Wagyu beef?
I'm sure Zoran and Jimothy, since they took the brunt of the damage, need something soft to eat.
Okay.
I feel like stew is soft.
Can you
But what's
blend
softer
the
is Wagyu
stew?
beef. Okay. She kind of looks at So Allie kind of looks at Jimothy. She's like, "Haha, you're such a good kidder." And she goes back to the kitchen. Do you say anything, Jimothy, as she's like going back to the kitchen?
No.
Okay. All right. So I'll say that you guys can go back into your rooms. You guys can take a short rest if you'd like.
Yeah.
Or a long rest, however you guys want to decide this. But as of
mean,
right now, you guys are
It's
safe
nighttime, right?
in the tavern.
I mean, it's like 5 o'clock, but yes,
a-
Zoran's
af-
gonna like zonk out.
Okay.
Yeah, after checking on the bears and cart, I will go find Travis
Travis. No, Trovis.
and let him know like what we encountered at the outpost.
Okay.
And let him know that, you know, there was an undead creature. We don't know where it came from, but there are 3 less Durgar, and Zardarok fled.
And okay, so all right, let's back up a little second here because you just dropped like just a buttload of information on this. So yeah, you go check on the bears, and the cart, everything's fine. They're all settled. They look hungry though. So because they're polar bears and they have to eat. Unless you give them some pretty big game to hunt.
I'm
We
sure I
gave them
would
some
have.
fish before we left.
Right, but
Like
these
a
are
few
like
minnows.
I know.
a few minnows, and like these are like several hundred. I don't know how much a polar bear, like 1,000+ pounds, probably.
Yeah.
Enough to break the ice.
Yeah, an adult male about 1,000 pounds.
990 pounds. Dang.
So yeah, they're big lads. Okay, but yeah, you meet with Trovis. So you kind of intercept him. He kind of like ushers you in a silo. Does anyone go with a silo? Nope. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be.
All right, so you want to go with
playing-
Hades?
No, I'll be playing my my lute for Zoran and Hooter with the little Song of Rest,
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
and anyone else who's in there. You said you went to the room
Okay.
to go pass
So,
out,
okay,
but
I'll
if
say
anyone
the-
else was hanging out in the hotel room for a short rest, take that.
All right. Perfect.
What
Yeah.
did
What
you
does it
say
sound
you're-
like? What does your Song of Rest sound like? Is it sweet lullabies? Is it
You know, it's just a soft,
Smooth jazz.
soft lute tune, very smooth, very
Very
sleepy time oriented. You don't want to be too loud when people are passing out, so you know that's kind of how it is, soft and melodic on there.
all right? Nice. And then
and
he
then
like breaks into the screamo bit.
yeah, yeah. And then I will also, along with the Song of Rest, use my musician feat to give inspiration
Dang.
to Timothy.
Nice. Man, you're really being good support here.
Try.
Okay, so, okay, this is gonna be good here. So, okay, so Asala, you go into so Trovis escorts you kind of in. You drop that bit of information to him, and his face, his demeanor completely changes, and he's just like, "Oh, I feared the worst. Oh gosh. All right. What did Are you sure it was Zardark? It wasn't one of his sons. Do you know?
I can't be sure, but he seemed very distraught as one of his men was killed.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, you I implore of you. You must deal with this quickly. This Zardarok, if it was really him, nasty individual. They pretty much. I feared the worst. I thought it was only his sons that were here, or at least in the area. Okay. And he looks panicked. It's just like, we must barricade the doors. I don't know what else to do. I mean, I already have these curfews, and I'm just one dragonborn, and you can see he's like freaking out, as like the kind of like the impact of what you told him is just kind of building up in him, and he's just kind of like playing it through his head, like what could possibly happen. And so he's just like, oh, and you said there was an undead creature?
There was at least one that we saw, but I felt the strong presence of another.
You're not from here, are you? In fact, you're one of those southerners, right?
What gave it away? No, I'm
logo
not from here.
Made in the South.
Yeah, he's got like a big like South Side represent.
I lift up my foot.
Oh.
It says Andy on the bottom of it.
But so he kind of looks at you and he goes, anyhow, lore history goes that a long time ago there used to be more undead in this area by some wizard or faction or whatnot. But anyhow, it's said to be that it was all buried in this snow, and that's partly the reason why we pray. In some sense, we pray to the Frostmaiden herself. Not all of us, but some of us. Some of us, for harvest. Some of us just from protection from the cold out of fear. But it's said that her abilities to preserve everything below has kept some of that evil afoot. Now, that could be just a load of malarkey or whatnot. I wasn't around, but
hearing him say that, I'll take a moment and use divine sense to make sure that the area is clear.
Okay, all right.
So within 60 feet, do I sense anything?
Okay, yeah, so within 60 feet, you do not sense anything. That's good, though. You, that divine sense is gonna come, it's gonna be pretty significant, through this campaign. Not really. We'll see. Well, it depends on where you guys get. Hopefully I kill you guys before that happens. But, yeah, you do not get that sense. He's kind of looking at you as you, actually, is this, how does this play out? How's the divine sense like? You can just like feel it? Is it like
Um,
somatic? Is it verbal?
It doesn't
mean-
say that it's verbal or somatic. I would assume that, I'd take a moment and like close my eyes and touch my holy symbol and just kind of feel around me and be like, nope, we're good.
It's like a spidey sense.
Sure. No, I like it. So he kind of like watches you, and he's just like, what did you just do just there? You disappeared for a second.
Just checking the area for the essence of undeath.
And he is like eyes wide. Oh, I didn't know that was even possible. But anyhow, what do you intend to do next? Do you intend to go back? I would highly recommend against it.
We're going to take some time to regain our strength and maybe with the assistance of a guide head back out in the morning.
I see. I appreciate you trying. I'd love to have everything back, all my people back. But the last thing I want to do as well is just send other people to their deaths. That's, although that's what adventurers are for. But at the same time, I didn't know we were dealing with Zardarok himself. But anyhow, yes, please get some rest. I'm sure the sisters at the end they'll be taking care of you quite well at the Northern Light. Thank you, and he holds out his hand to kind of show that he wants to shake it.
I'll shake his hand, nod, and then head back to the inn and take up my position outside the rooms and rest.
All right, sentinel it up. Okay, so kind of going back out of the roleplay here. So you guys can go back the next day. So if you guys want a long rest or do anything here, do a little bit of investigating in the town, or talk about this guide, or I mentioned this before. If you're interested, there were a couple of books in Trovis's library. You could ask him about some of these books, or ask him about the letter if you'd like. That was something that you guys saw before. Not that I want to push you guys in one direction, but I wanted to remind you that that's something that happened a couple weeks ago. Just because we haven't played in a second. Or I mean, you have other missions, right? Like you have other things you could do and come back. So, not to be too metagamey, but it's not like, well, once you give up on this, like that's it, that's done, that's the end of the adventure. Like you can't come back to this. Like you're more than welcome to come back to this. But I want you guys to kind of have the flexibility to kind of still explore some of these 10 towns, or do whatever you want. There's all the other mines, and or you can actually go up Kelvin's Cairn itself.
I feel like if we come back, this town is going to be razed to the ground.
Right, that's true.
Are there any
That's a possibility.
elderly folk who need help crossing like the road? Just some tasks that we can do as a group to build up our experience. Like, does a cart need to be unloaded?
Yeah, can we be farmers for like a week? Maybe level up. Yeah.
Wait a minute, you guys are suggesting can we grind for a little bit, get up a couple levels, and then go back? Is that what you guys are asking?
Yeah.
Come on, that's lame.
But if we need to stay here and protect this town, we can't leave. We already killed 3 guys.
No,
I think we're gonna go back up there. I just need to rest.
I think we could definitely go back. I think we regroup in the morning. Bofades is gonna play the Song of Rest and take a short rest, and then he's gonna go down to the tavern and he's gonna try and earn some money by playing some, and party and drink himself silly.
Okay. All right. Okay. So that's Buffettes' thought. So we have one vote to go back. Which is fine with me. I'm not trying to rule that out or force you guys' hand one way or the other. I just want you guys to have the options. Although that's something that, like, as a GM/player, you're like, oh man, there's too many options. I don't know what to do, and then you guys just kind of like get stuck. So okay, we at least have one vote to go back. So anyone else want to go back the next day?
And I'm compelled to finish what we started, or Asilo is compelled to finish what he started.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we go back. I mean, we killed like 5 people. How many people has he got left? We can do this. We can do this every day until we runs out of people. I think.
I mean, maybe we'll make some Molotov cocktails or something and
Burn the place down.
Yeah.
Well, then we have to worry about the townspeople inside.
I mean, that's a small sacrifice.
Yeah, I mean, like, you could go ask Trovis. Is just like, all right, look, we did it for the greater good. We burned everything down, and so.
And now you don't have to worry about this evil presence anymore.
Right, and like you have the townspeople that are left, so call it a win-win.
Yeah, now you've got some property that you can sell.
Oh my god.
Or people can expand their current houses.
Yeah.
Trovis becomes like this real estate mogul. That's
I got some beachfront property here.
It's true. You guys are near the water. This frozen lake, but it is beachfront. Okay. So it seems like all of you want to go back, which is great. That's cool with me. Okay.
We'll go back.
But I'll say you guys have a couple hours here before like evening time if you'd like to do anything, or if not, you guys get a long rest. And then we'll have you guys rest. If you guys want to do watches or anything like that.
Zorn just wants to eat and freaking sleep, and then buy some bombs or something at a store somewhere.
I will say that
bomb store, please.
Yes.
The bombs.
I think Buffettes has 2 points of exhaustion right now.
Yes.
Sure.
So you'll be down to 1 after the long rest.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, they do stack.
Yeah, you took 2 points on the way back.
I did.
I only took 1.
Well, in that case, maybe I'll say 2 days.
We go back.
Buffettes is like, I'll meet you there tomorrow in the morning.
So I think we might utilize the guide that we avoided this time to help us get there and back quicker.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. You guys will have to pay for that.
Oh.
I'll pay for it. It's for the convenience.
Not worth it. We got
you guys are like, we already did it before. Come on.
We made it there and back just fine. No one died.
And I'd be like, Jimothy, you got like a whole bag of money.
What do you mean no one died? Like 3 of us almost died.
There was like 2 copper in that bag.
Wow.
Insight check.
Not even enough to share.
Oh man.
They were stuck together, the 2 copper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, it would be difficult. Not worth your guys' time.
You can't even spend copper out here.
Yeah, because Jimothy was licking them and then they froze together.
I mean, so yeah, if Buffettes wants to get both of his points of exhaustion, I say we can help Trovis with his watch of the town at least. We can be helpful.
Okay, so you want to help him tonight do his like watch or whatever?
Zorn is not doing that tonight. She'll do that tomorrow.
Yeah,
but
so instead of running right back out, we'll spend a day getting supplies, ensuring that we have a guide to get us there more efficiently, and then taking another day of rest.
Okay. All right.
Maybe when we're getting supplies, we could get markers that can help us with coming back.
A really big ball of string.
Sharpies.
Yep. Dry erase.
Okay. So,
It's just one big whiteboard out there.
Buffetes, I'll say this: you're probably really pooped to go perform tonight, so you probably won't be able to if you really want to. You can go in there if you want, but you're gonna be like, anyway, here's Wonderwall, and like trying to slum your way through it.
I'm
It's like
committed.
it's the fourth time
Committed.
he's played the song. Like, oh my
Yeah.
god, come on, man.
And just like,
You
well,
start-
and also the other thing, I'll say this: like the just because like of the curfew and stuff, like you're not really gonna get a crowd. So I'll say you probably won't be able to make money tonight. So I would
Sure.
recommend you sleep
Yeah.
instead. But you're
I'll
welcome to, try
No, no.
to. There's that one guy at the bar just drinking himself to sleep.
Woo!
He
You're like,
sounds
"Come
like
on,
a CD skipping in real time. Oh, shit.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
no. I will sleep tonight and have at it again tomorrow.
Perfect. Okay. So, all right. So you guys all go to your rooms. Are you guys doing any watches? Or are you guys gonna just sleep?
Do we all have our different rooms like last time, or are we in the
Correct.
same room?
You all have your respective rooms.
So Zorn's gonna do her weird thing of like putting something in front of the door, and then
Okay.
like boarding up, like closing the window and putting like the dresser in front of the window or something.
Sounds good.
And then she's gonna sleep.
I stand out in the hallway again. That's what
Okay.
I do.
Pretty much, I just wanted to open it up to see if anyone wants to do anything particular. If not, we'll say you guys long rest.
I guess
Alarm. That's smart.
I guess I only need 4 hours anyways, but still. She's really
Yeah.
pooped.
All right, Jimothy.
Nothing special.
Okay.
just-
All right, so you guys go into the night, and I will let you guys have a long rest this time. So you guys get everything back. You guys get 1 point of exhaustion back. So the next day, you guys, how are you guys? So you guys just said you wanted to go inquire maybe about this guide. Although it seems like that's really more of just an asilo thing. I don't think, at least Jimothy's not sold on the idea. Zoran's gonna go to a bomb store, essentially.
Figures
We're
out
gonna
what
see how that
is.
plays out. And then Buffetes maybe later in the day we'll try to go earn some money.
Mhm.
And then Oz, anything for the day you want to do?
I guess Oz will just stick around the inn and probably, ask the innkeepers if they need anything cleaned, and he'll just be a prestidigitation, machine
Okay.
throughout the day, cleaning stuff.
So Allie at first, she's just like, oh no, you don't have to do anything. And then Corey, her sister, comes in. She's like, no, that's perfect. Yes, you could do this and this and this. And she like starts recommending you to like clean all these pots and like help her get like these like forever like stains that are like kind of embedded in there, like see if you can pop them off. And you're able to, and like she's just like super grateful and happy that you're like her pots have never looked any cleaner.
Yeah.
Anything else on your end, Oz, before we kind of jump around to the next people?
No, I think it'll be that.
Okay. Okay, we'll go to a silo next.
Before I do anything else, I will go see if I can find some polar bear kibble. Because I'm sure they're very hungry, so I need to find food for the polar bears.
Yeah. So that's actually a really good point. So you come back, you go back into the barn, and they are hungry, and they look at you, and they look angry, and a little more feral. So what I'll have you do. And you can have someone else join you because I kind of sprung this upon you. A little hangry. I'll have one other person either come in with you to help you out, but you'll have to roll an animal handling to get them back to not attacking you.
Well, so I feel like the kitchen was able to get me just some fish fillets or something, so I'm gonna ask them for uncooked fish again, like raw fish.
Okay.
before I go join Bofady or Asilo.
Okay, perfect. So I'll say the two of you are there. You notice that they're just like, they just look at you and they immediately just kind of like rise up, and you notice that they're like positioning themselves to like, and they're like doing like a low, kind of like a low growl roar type. And so they're just looking at you and they're like, all right, what are you going to do next? If not, it better be wise and it better be food. Okay. So I'll have either one of you roll with advantage or, well, actually, no, I'll have both of you roll separately. I think that'll be more interesting.
Was the kitchen able to get us some fish?
Yes, Corey gives you some fish.
Yep,
They're a little bit
that's fine.
smaller than last time. You notice that she was a bit more generous before, but now she's kind of like, we really don't have all that much.
Nope, totally fine.
But
I'll
okay.
take whatever you got.
Okay. Let's see how you guys do. $12, okay. Oh god.
God damn it. It's because I'm the one holding the fish.
Okay. So, wow, this is gonna be interesting here. So how is it gonna play this out? Is that they kind of look at the fish and realize like, yeah, that's not gonna be enough between the two of them. And they're gonna start kind of like approaching you. And they intend on doing you harm. Okay, so what you guys can do is that you guys can either just kind of toss the fish, close the door behind you, or you guys can fight these things, and then do combat with them, and then maybe try to tame them again.
I think we'll toss the fish in the door and slam it shut and go find more substantial food.
Yep.
Okay.
Even if it's
right,
like
okay.
fucking horse feed or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
So yeah, you guys throw the fish in there. That buys you a bit of time. It seems to be focusing on that, but you know that next time you open the door, it better be something more substantial, or we're rolling initiative.
Oh yeah, I guess I could go hunting before I go to the. Is it early enough? Maybe I could hunt for some deer or something.
Okay. Yeah, we could do a little hunting. Okay. So, do you want to suggest that? Do you want to go hunting by yourself, solo?
No,
Do you
yeah,
wanna
I'm gonna
invite
ask the silo. Hey, I think maybe it'd be best if maybe we go hunting. We could shoot a couple of things, maybe bring it back to the inn tavern, and they can have something meatier than just fish.
Yeah, we'll try and find something.
Okay. All right. Jimothy. Sorry, do you guys want to invite Jimothy, or Jimothy, did you want to tag along, or do you have something particular you want to do?
Bears, no.
Wait,
What?
sorry.
Sorry, I hit it twice. I'm not particularly fond of bears, so no.
So you're just gonna hang out in the inn all day?
Yep, it's warm.
All right.
Have a
do you
meal.
guys wanna invite-
I'll wait around for the next meal to be prepared and have that.
Wow.
feel like they would
I
have
think
had a couple
Jimothy's like, oh yeah, I forgot your crack addiction.
Oh no, I mean 2 muffins. I'm guessing I had one.
No,
the
that
night
reminds me
before.
though. I want Jimothy to roll a Constitution saving throw, please. See, can you beat this addiction? You kind of were out of it for a bit, and your supply of muffins is—I don't know if you've been tracking it, but you're low. Oh, okay. So you cannot. So you have to ravenously eat another one of these muffins. You're just like, oh, I haven't had one in a while, and you eat it.
I'll see Zoran like pulling them out, and I'll snatch one out of her hands.
The fuck? Like, dude.
Contested sleight of hand check.
It's too
No,
quick. Jimothy's
no,
fast.
yeah, I'm just gonna give it to Jimothy because I have another one. So
You do?
I had 4, so I was gonna eat one for the night before. I opening one today. You just snatched it, and so
Yeah, I know. I'm imagining you saying it's okay. I have another one, and me responding with, "You do?"
Yes.
and then attempting to snatch that one as well.
Oh my gosh. All right. This is fun. Okay, let's do we'll do like a contested I want to do this like a contested dex check, I guess. Is that
Probably be like sleight
we'll
of
do-
hand versus dexterity.
Yeah, we'll do that. So Jimothy, your sleight of hand there and Soren a little dex check to see if you can quickly move your arm away as Jimothy reaches out to grab it.
Timothy's a bit twitchy.
Okay. So as like Jimothy like becomes like Gollum, as he's like my precious just reaches out, Zorn quickly turns away,
Slaps
like,
his hand.
slaps
Stop
his
it.
hand.
Only one, Jimothy. You don't need more than one.
Say that. You don't know how I feel.
So okay, yeah. So yeah, I that's for fun, but like track for now. Hopefully, we'll see how you do some of these saves here. But if you run out of muffins, or both of you run out of muffins,
How many
Jimothy
points
hasn't
of
beaten this,
muffin
it'll be
madness
interesting.
is Jimothy gonna have?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't even
Imagine
know how
I
many.
imagine I
Jimothy
do more
has.
damage in combat or something like that, but I'm also like it's like recklessly attacking as a barbarian.
Yeah.
This actually gets me an
Uh,
advantage.
I have an idea how how that will manifest. But we'll see. Okay. So Zoran and Silo decide to go hunting. Okay. So, okay, it's almost time here. So I'll say this: there is something in the. We could like totally play this out, like the two of you.
Oh, I want to do like Oregon Trail this. I want to find a fucking buffalo.
You
Okay.
have died of dysentery.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll say this: we'll first have you roll a survival check to see if you can pick up any tracks or any sightings or anything of some animals.
Okay.
We'll
A
go
14.
from there.
So both of us roll, or she rolls with
Yeah, I'll say
advantage?
both of you roll.
Okay.
Or one of you with advantage, whichever you prefer.
I would recommend with advantage.
Nah, I trust you.
Perfect. All right. Roll away. Okay. So, Silo, you're just kind of like, you kind of like spot your own footprints, and you're like, oh, hey, there's something large here.
I'm tracking something. It's Zoran.
Zorn, on the other hand, you do spot some, not necessarily large, but you do spot like it might seem to be like, they're like might be like rabbit tracks, or maybe like, maybe that's what it is, or some other smaller creature, but you don't spot any like larger game.
I'll see if we can catch a few rabbits at least while we're out here.
Okay. All right. So then I'll say.
So can I point that out to a Silo? Can I make him like a better hunter or something?
Yeah, you can point it out to him, and then he'll kind of, be aware of that next time. Sure.
Okay, cool. There you go,
So you're kind of like
Silo.
point to him. You're like, these are small animal tracks. I don't know how you can teach. If you're like incredibly condescending, or you're just like actually like.
No, I'm like
Yeah.
actually pointing it out.
Okay. All right. I'll say for this. Okay, I'll have you, both of you, roll another survival check, and that will determine how many rabbits you obtain. 16?
See? Silo's doing better already.
Okay. So you spend kind of like a couple hours. I'll say most of the morning. Not a couple. I'll say a few hours. It's not, like I said, this area. There's not really a lot of like it really is just a big frozen wasteland. And so at least here you don't really find any game. but you were able to at least catch two rabbits. So you can note that down. You hunt those down, but you kind of look and you're like, yeah, we might have to forego at least the visiting the polar bears today, but you can go hunting again or do something else. But I'll say, just because just to kind of like speed this along a little bit, is that you know that it's going to be kind of like a futile effort to just kind of be out here in the elements and keep hunting rabbits. And at this point, I'll make you start rolling con saves every hour you're out here.
I say we head back, and I will try and see if there's like a provision shop in town that might have anything.
Okay. All right. So you were recommended a provision shop by Trovis before. So you would like to stop by there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you going as well, Zorn?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys go to this the shop. It has the sign, kind of like this wooden sign hanging by like two pieces of chain. It's called Frozen Far Expeditions.
Yeah. A tennis. Isn't that the person who's there? A tennis?
Mhm.
A tennis. Okay.
And so you go in, and you notice that there is a dwarf, kind of like he is, sorry, he's just kind of like putting in some, like he's like opening up a crate with a crowbar, just like, and he's like, oh, hey, hello there. Hi there. How may I help you?
Hello.
Well, two things. First, do you have any a sizable amount of cured meat provisions?
Cured meat. Yes, I believe I do. How much do you need? What is sizable?
Well, what do you have?
Maybe 20 pounds.
Oh, I see. You let me go check. And he kind of goes back, and then the DM's gonna roll a die.
I'm gonna talk to Asylum and be like, "Are you sure 20 pounds is enough for those two polar bears?"
And he kind of comes back.
I have
and he's
no
just
idea.
Like, ooh, I'm sorry. I only have 10 pounds.
We'll take it.
Oh, all right. And he's like, it's gonna be about 3 gold pieces. Is that all right?
That's fine.
Yes.
I'll pay it.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else? Anything else? You notice that you were just quick to pull the trigger on buying this stuff. He's like, anything else you need? We've got skis and snowshoes and sleds and coats.
Oh, did you say goats or boats?
No, coats. We do have
Oh,
boats.
dang
You
it.
like boats? We also sell boats.
Uh,
And my friend Atenas, she's a guide, and she could help you.
yes, I think we are in need of a guide. We've had some trouble getting around in the surrounding area, and would like to make our treks into the wilderness a little easier on ourselves.
Oh, I see. All right. Yes, I can inquire in. I'll have to ask her, but I believe it is 2 gold a day for her services.
I can't imagine this taking more than a couple of days. So I hand him another 4 gold and tell him to have her meet us at the inn tomorrow morning.
Wow. And he's just kind of like looks at just how quickly he just made that money. He's just like, who are you? And what is your name? And are you sure? I could go too. I'm a pretty good guide. And he's like stands up a little bit straighter, and he's just like, tries to like fix his hair.
I look at him. Does he look like he's adventure worthy at all?
What you could tell is that like it's kind of like on his appearance, um,
Like
he's he seems kind of knowledgeable, but he's really pudgy. So
I was gonna say,
he'll,
is
like,
he
slow
more
you down.
rugged or more merchant?
Yeah, you can tell that he's a bit more on the merchant side of things, at least now.
Okay. I look at him and say, there may be danger involved and large undead creatures. Is that something you still want to take part in?
And he kind of looks at you. He goes like, "Oh no, yes, no. Tennis, she'll do just fine. She might charge you more for large undead creatures." And he's like, he kind of looks. He's like, says under his breath. He's just like, "Oh God, thank goodness."
Like, I just kind of look at it and say, I thought as much, and grab the meat and head back to the polar bears.
I'm gonna ask if they have any bear traps here.
Oh,
Not for
yes,
the
yes.
polar bears.
And he kind of looks down. He's just like, "Yes, we have traps. For bears. You're hunting bears."
No. The undead creatures we're coming across, it might be nice to maybe get something
Oh.
around their legs or something. So,
Well, we have. Okay. Yeah, sure. They're a gold apiece.
do they look like they're in good shape? Can I see them?
Yeah, you can see them. They're not the greatest of shape, but he goes, "I could set it up for you, and you could test it out, I suppose." You know how to set one of these? It's quite dangerous, actually.
Yeah, no, I know how to set them up. I'm just trying to think if there's like wood, like pieces of wood or something outside that I can use to see if it'll get
Oh, no,
caught
here.
or something.
He like goes out back and he grabs like
Like a log.
like a small like kindling piece of like kindling that he has, like wood for kindling, and he's just like, "Here, let me set it up." And he's just like, sets the trap, and like for a second look at this and he's just like, how the heck did this guy just not lose all his arms and head at the same time? Because like he was just kind of like looking down as he was setting it up. But he sets it up and he's just like, all right, just poke it there or touch it, and he kind of like takes an unnecessary amount of steps back because he doesn't trust you. But yeah, you stab in and like the trap just crushes the and yeah, you have just the little end sticking out, and yeah, it looks like it works.
Okay. Maybe I'll get one. Well, okay, you said it's 1 gold apiece?
Correct. Yes.
Could you do 2 for one, like 2 for a gold?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, I'll take 2 then.
Perfect. Yes, great deal. He goes back. He's like, "You are wonderful customers. Please do come back."
Well, if you can get some more cured meats, I'd appreciate it. Like by tomorrow.
Yes. Of course.
How much more can you get?
How much do you need? I think 10 pounds is a lot of meat. Are you guys hungry? And he kind of looks at Asilo. It's like, I have no idea. I guess maybe you are really hungry.
I think we would need way more than 10 pounds, but I don't know. I feel like if a polar bear weighs 1,000, how much do polar bears eat?
Well, he's thinking about like you guys eating this meat, so he's just gonna like 10 pounds for like a human person is a lot of meat to eat.
They can devour up to 150 pounds of food in one sitting.
That sounds about right.
Don't they eat like once every several weeks, though.
It says, but must capture
Exactly.
a seal once every 5 to 6 days to maintain its body weight.
Yeah, so
Okay, wait. So here's another one. Polar bears
25
need
pounds
an
a day.
average of 4 pounds of fat per day to obtain enough energy to survive. A seal weighing 55 kilograms, so 121 pounds, could provide up to 8 days of energy for a polar bear.
Right. So if you get a decent haul, like, so the idea is like the rabbits and like some of this stuff, it's gonna, maintain them for a little
Yep.
bit, but it's gonna be like a day thing, right? So
Yep.
as long as you guys are okay with putting in that effort and doing that, that's fine. But
I'm
you'll
gonna
have
see
to
if they
take
could get like can you get like 50 pounds of cured meats?
And he looks at you, he's just like, and he like looks at the gold that you just handed him, like how quickly it was just. He's just like, I'll do my damn best.
Yeah, give me 50 pounds of cured meat like by tomorrow.
He looks at you, all right. Anyhow, pleasure doing business. Pleasure doing business. I guess I'll have to get right on that. And he kind of like tosses the crowbar that he was messing with. The crane. He's just like, oh, I don't need to do this now. But okay, you guys have that. Did you want to inquire about bombs?
No, because I was thinking about like we could always ask the inn for some empty, glass bottles. Like I know they have those, and then I could just
Okay.
ask for some alcohol, and it just needs a piece of cloth, and a source of fire or something.
Sure. Okay.
So, no, I can just
Alright.
make it myself. I'm just trying to think what would be a best way for us to, set ourselves up for success.
Sure. All right. Okay. So we'll leave the two of you. You guys get back. Jimothy takes a day. Oz helps cleaning. Buffetes takes most of the day to rest. In the evening, I'll say you have a chance to go to the inn. If you'd like to, or the tavern, sorry, to go get some money. But
Oh, and then Silo and I are gonna throw that 10 pounds of cured meats. Like, we're gonna slide open the door, throw the meat in, and then close the door really quick.
yeah, so you like throw it and they lift their heads up and they're like they see the meat and they're just like they go and eat it. You notice that they get kind of aggressive towards each other. A little bit, they're a little snappy. Because you have remember, like you're not just feeding one polar bear, you have two.
Yes.
10 pounds and 2 rabbits.
And 2 rabbits, yeah, the two rabbits as well.
So I'll say that'll hold you guys for the day, but this is going to become interesting, and I really have no idea how long we're going to play this out.
I wonder I wonder if we should have just bought like a freaking horse or something, like a sheep or a goat. They could have torn it apart or something.
Yeah.
Another time.
So
maybe tomorrow.
Buffetes, you like take the time, you rest for the day. You're like, all right, I'm feeling a little bit better. You go to the tavern, and there's one person sitting at the bar.
Yes.
And so it doesn't seem like you could do your whole spiel, but it looks like you're not going to really make any money tonight because this guy's like already in his cups.
Man, that is unfortunate. So I guess Buffetes will just walk up to the bar and try and get a little party started himself.
So
Can't make any money, might as well spend some.
All right. Roll a d6 to how many drinks you have. And they're a silver apiece.
And I can do with that.
All right, 2. So yeah, you have 2 drinks. I don't know. I don't think that's sufficient to start rolling some con saves, but you're feeling pretty buzzed. You haven't had to drink in a little bit. Maybe a little bit because you're exhausted. It affects you a little bit quicker than you thought, but yeah, you have a nice buzz going.
How many silver is it to gold? 10?
10.
Yeah. Cool. All right, so no money made, few bucks spent, and
Got a good drink on.
We're feeling like we're gonna get fully rested tomorrow and back at it.
All right, perfect. Yep. Okay, so we'll say that you guys come back. You guys have dinner, and you guys will have another long rest. And then the next day comes around. You guys have recovered everything. You guys are no longer have any points of exhaustion. For those of you that did still, I think there's just a Fades. Okay, so in the morning, you guys kind of meet down. You have breakfast. We'll say that for the sake of time. And then you hear a knock at the door.
Well, we answered, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay. So you enter the door, and you see this young human. She's like super bundled up, and she's got like this like big parka, and she's got like these goggles, and she like raises them up, and she's like just like clears her eyes a little bit. He's like, "Oh, hello. I'm a tennis Swift here. Heard that you needed a guide."
Yes. Did you guys get that 50 pounds of meat in?
Oh, Jartha tried. He tried to go hunt something, and yeah, well, it didn't go very well for him. So he
What, is
he's
he
back
dead?
resting.
Oh,
No,
okay.
he's still alive. He's still alive. I had to go. He got caught in the snow. Poor fellow. He's not as athletic as he used to be, but he's doing fine. I think he just twisted his ankle. But anyhow, I'm sorry. No, but boy, did he try. He was really excited. He said that you were one of a kind customers. I'm not sure what he meant by that, but
I don't know. All right, well, let me stop by the kitchen real quick. I'm gonna see if they have any more fish that they can spare.
and Corey's like, we'd have to go fishing again. I'm sorry, dear.
Could I pay for the fish that you have?
Oh, I suppose. Sure. Yes. Yeah. I'll.
How much fish does she have? Like, can I see in the kitchen, like, that she has a bunch on ice or something?
She's just got like just 700-pound, like just a sardine factory back there. No.
Right.
No. Yeah. She probably has like. I'll say here. Let's see how many.
I just imagine, maybe she has a freaking big ass tuna or like a big salmon or something. And I'm like, I'll pay for that.
Actually, based on the roll, she is a little low. She's got only really 2 pieces of I think they're called knucklehead trout. I believe that's what they're called. 2 pieces of two things of trout.
Yeah, I'll purchase those.
Or 3, sorry. But she's
I'll
like,
purchase 3.
Okay, you'll take the 3.
Yep.
Okay, so she sells them to you. She sells them 3 for 2 silver.
Perfect.
Okay.
I'll give her 3 silver for,
Nice.
working with me.
Okay, so she sells them to you. You guys go feed your polar bears.
Yep. I gotta do that before we leave. So
They're not
Alright,
really
bears.
super satisfied, but it is what it is.
I can't tell. I closed the door right after I throw it, so I'm like,
Okay.
hopefully it's fine.
So Atenis, she says like, all right, so where are we going to? You said you need a guide up north to Kelvin's Cairn, or some of the outposts or the mines, or where are we going?
There's an outpost to the north that we went to 2 days ago.
Sure. Any description that you can give me? There's a couple of them, but I don't know if names will help you out.
It's where Zardarok's kids are. Just kidding. No, I don't say that.
I described the outpost that we went to.
Oh, okay. On the frozen cliffs. Okay, yes, I can take you there. No problem.
Okay.
She goes, all right, this way, and so you guys. So yeah, the first way you take, and Jimothy, you knew this all along that the instructions that you were given were just kind of like, bro, what the hell are these instructions? But this time, with a proper guide, you're able to make it there half the time. And you guys don't even have to roll any con saves because you guys make it there so quickly. But all right, so she's just like, so as you kind of like, about to like turn, sorry, so you guys are following the cliffside, and then you guys remembered that you wrapped around, and then you saw the outpost. So before that turn happens where you see the outpost, she kind of like stops. She turns around and she's like, all right, I'm not sure. I should have asked, but why did you want to come out here?
We have some unfinished business in this outpost.
Oh, I see. Oh, you're the adventurers that Trovis hired, I'm assuming.
Yes, Travis hired us to get the townsfolk back.
God. All right.
Silo can't make O sounds, so it's Asila.
Yes.
No, I
What?
genuinely think his name is Travis.
Let me delete a couple of these guys and let me reposition you guys back over here.
As we were going there, did Zoran notice that, like, did she notice any clear markers as they're going this time?
Clear markers? What do you
Yeah,
mean?
because, like, we were lost before, so, like, I don't know if, like, oh, this is the way we should have gone.
Oh
This
yeah,
way,
you
and
noticed that like
here.
so before like the instructions you were given that you were supposed to kind of like go towards Kelvin Cairn and then shoot out, she totally just like ignores Kelvin's Cairn altogether. And like it's kind of like you like kind of like follow like a right triangle. You go up north a certain amount and then go west a certain amount. She's just like, no, we'll just take like a
The high
more
pond.
direct
Yeah.
direct path. And like you kind of notice that like you're looking out and she's like, huh? Because like it's a lot of just like open like frozen wasteland, and you're just like, how did she, like how from like the like the distance can she tell like she's just been here a while? So like it pays to have a guide in that sense. You're getting your money's worth in that.
Cool.
Oops. Okay. So okay, yeah, so I put you guys back over here.
So as we get close, I would like to, look around the area, like where we saw the Durgar before, like either on this tower or up on this wall. I want to see if I can see anybody up there, if they've got new guards out.
Okay, yeah, so give me a perception check. Anyone else wants to check as well for that?
I do.
They can roll. So I guess everyone can roll perception if they'd like to. Oh, there it is. I was like, everyone's rolling rocks except.
I was thinking it was because we were all well rested or something. Oh my God, Jimothy.
It wasn't working, so I hit it like 10 times.
That'll make it work.
I have ultra advantage.
Let me delete a couple of these.
I can delete the 9 and the 16 and the 19.
I just
Okay.
saw a bunch of dice rolls. I was like, what the hell is happening right now?
Yeah, I
I
was
hit
like,
it and nothing happens. So I was like, click, click, click.
okay. So I'll say all of you except with 80s, you're really not sure at all. But all of you don't see anything. In fact, like no one's standing guard, no one's at the like the at the kind of like the top
Ramparts.
of the ramparts there. And but I'll say that Zoran with and then one of Jimothy's rolls, the very high. You you do hear something in the wind. You hear some voices in the wind.
What are the voices telling us?
So kind of like I mentioned this before, they're like indiscernible whispers, but you hear them.
So yeah, I mean, I'll point out to Silo, like, hey, I hear something, but like, I can't discern what it is.
And then I think the only person before this was Jimothy who actually heard this, right?
Yep.
So Jimothy, you hear that this time Zorn actually hears some of these whispers. Do you say anything, or do you want to?
I'll look around and just same thing I did before and kind of try to tell if anyone else is hearing what I'm hearing?
No. So you this time, yeah, you kind of like look around and it seems like it's just Zoran this time. That she says that like, oh yeah, I'm hearing some weird whispers. But yeah, this time it seems quiet, too quiet. But all right, yeah, you don't see anything. You don't hear any like Durgon noises or any of like the large undead creature or anything like that. I'll say you guys have the map. You guys can move around and do as you will.
I think we should maybe hug this wall and then like get up to, you know.
I think we should try and sneak back up to the door again.
Yeah.
Okay.
We could do that.
All right. Cool. So I'll have you all roll stealth checks for those of you that are sneaking up there.
What the hell's going on?
Oh my god.
I mean, what the hell is going on?
Am I,
Bofades, did you
am I
actually
still exhausted? Did I actually sleep?
No, it's because you're partying, drinking those 2 beers.
Two beers is not gonna put out a satyr.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like you have like a slight buzz yesterday, but apparently
He was designed to hold drinks in Bofetti's hand.
Yeah, it was just like every time you ordered a drink, it was just like 2 at a time, please. It'd
That was
always
tough.
be.
It was really 4.
Okay, so all right, we got a 20, we got a 3, we got a 14, a 5/natural 1, 25.
Oz is just strolling his he's just strolling on up there.
Okay, so wait, Oz, you're not gonna hug the wall. So everyone's starting to hug the wall. I think that's what they decided on. But if you want to just roam out there, that's cool too.
I just imagine that, like, the bagpipes are behind me and I'm trying to hug the wall and it's just like, "Wee, wee, wee."
You just hear like fart noises.
I gotta pick a better place to store these.
Oz would probably get to the bridge before going, oh, we're not going this way?
He's like, oh shit, and just starts like running back across.
Pretty much.
Wait, did I move Jimothy back, or Jimothy already made it all the way over there?
Jimothy already made it that way.
I just moved myself where I was going. And
Sure, that's fair. I was just like,
you tell me based on my stealth check what happens.
no, you're fine. Okay, so yeah, you guys are sneak along, and you guys are able to make it to the door. No one shouts out at you. You don't notice anybody as you're kind of like looking up towards the top of the cliffs and some of the ramparts there. What do you? The door is shut. What are you guys doing?
Okay, so before we try and open the door, I will reach out with my divine sense and see if there are any undead within 60 feet.
Okay.
And then I'm going to ask Jimothy, how did you get in before?
And I'll point over to the little muddy, yucky water outlet from
Okay.
the castle.
Yeah, so he points out to you like this little like opening there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Thaddeus
So-
is going to comment that it's probably quiet because they saw the exploded magic missile body of the guy that was sleeping, and they're probably terrified.
Pull through
Okay.
that, right?
So this time you don't get a sense of anything. Asilo. You don't get a sense of undead this time.
Okay. Then I will attempt to pull the door open again.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
Oh, pff.
So you pull on it, and you notice that like this time it's not necessarily like the strength that's like insufficient. You notice that like it's actually barred from the other side.
Okay.
So like it like pulls out, but like the way they it seems like you might like have like something like through the handles or something like that's preventing it from like actually moving towards your direction.
I think we might need to utilize the method that Jimothy found last time to get inside.
I don't think you're all gonna fit.
That is a good
Well,
point.
But I think one of us could fit and open the door.
Well,
There's
maybe
also
I will
another
get in
point.
there.
I feel like maybe Jimothy and, is Bofades probably our smallest one?
I would say Jimothy is probably the smallest one.
Well, I know, but like the next smallest one.
I ain't getting my sweet clothes and cedar fur dirty in this
I ain't getting my
sewer
drip dirt.
water.
Okay. So Jimothy, everyone kind of like looks to you.
This scan only touches Fiji water. All right. Timothy will sigh and go over to the stream, the little sewer outlet, and
Yeah.
squeeze
And
down
just
in
to,
there.
just to be kind of clear, like it's not like this like it's like pretty frozen, so it's not like just like a bunch of like it's like a shit pool or anything like that. It's like
Yeah,
uh
I didn't figure.
so it's not like you're gonna be like just constantly smelling like dung or whatever. Okay, but I will have you roll I think I will have you roll an acrobatics or a dex check to kind of like be able to like squeeze in because it's like a tight fit. So let's say it's an acrobatics check to kind of like squeeze in the air and kind of like maneuver yourself. Because even for you, it's still a little bit tight.
Oh, I know. I did it yesterday, 2 days ago. Acrobatics, you said?
Correct. 10. Okay. So with the 10, you get in. So you get into the initial part, but you remember that like it starts like sloping down and like the kind of like the stone like somehow like dips in a little bit, and there's a point like a choke point where this time maybe from just hanging out and lounging all day yesterday and eating, you kind of like suck in your gut and you try to squeeze your way through, and you get stuck this time.
It's all those muffins.
So yeah, maybe all those muffins, exactly. So you're held actually this time between there. You're just kind of like, and it seems like it's gonna get a little bit more narrower before it gets like opens up. So you're stuck.
I'm stuck, and it's gonna get even more narrow before I get through. And I'm already.
Yeah. So maybe you kind of like ask the gather like, okay, that might be a bit more difficult. But first, you're stuck, right? You're gonna have to unstuck yourself, or you're gonna have to maybe you'll have to take a little bit of damage to like pull yourself all the way through. So I'll let you kind of decide what you want to do. Do you want to pull yourself out and try again?
I don't think I'm willing to like give myself bludgeoning damage trying to squeeze through a tiny crack. So I'm just going to pull me back out.
All right.
We'll pull him back out, but is there like it's frozen inside? So is there a way for us to like melt some of the ice, and then that way maybe it'll make it easier for you, Jimothy?
Could we do that? Could make like a little
yeah,
fire
you
under
could.
there?
Yeah, you could like try to like melt some of the water if you'd like, or chip it away or something. It is really thick, so melting would probably be your best bet.
Yeah, let's try that.
Like at this point, it's not like a thin layer of ice, like right. It's like chunks, so it's just like you're gonna have to like beat the heck out of it.
I feel like that would be hard to do from that angle. So I suggest like making a little fire down there and letting it go for a little bit. Assuming we can't find any other way to open this door.
All right, I used one of my torches.
Okay, so what, like you give like a torch to Jimothy, and he kind of goes down there and like.
I'll light a second one, and I'll like kind of move them around in the area where
Okay.
Where it gets narrow enough where I can't fit.
Okay, so it takes a little bit of time. Not too long, but eventually, yeah, you kind of like get this like nice pool. It's still really cold, so you like it won't like freeze instantly, but you notice that like it'll start to kind of like crystallize a little bit after you leave the fire away for a second, and so you roll another acrobatics check, please.
All right.
While Jimothy's doing that, I'm gonna use something to pick at the ice or something.
What the hell's going on? What the hell's going on? What the hell is going on? I mean, what the hell is going on? I mean, what the hell is going on?
It should just be an 11, not an 11 and a 6.
Okay. that was golden. So this time, yeah, with the fire a little bit, you're able to pop through. And so just like as before, you had like one opening that pops up to the area that you were in, and if you go past, there's another area you can go pop back up.
I think I'll go up in the same place that I went last time.
Okay, perfect. So you pop up, and I'll move you back over there. And I don't know what I just did, but sorry.
Is that me? Oh, okay. Sorry, my mouse was like right near there, so I was like, did I do something? I'm just trying to scroll in and out.
Okay, I'm gonna. Do I see anything, or do I hear anything?
Give me a perception check, please.
Are all the bodies gone?
Yes, that's the first thing you notice.
Do I see like a blood trail going anywhere?
You, yeah, give me a perception check first, and I'll tell you.
Okay.
Always.
Yeah, I'm just looking to see if I see anyone, hear anything, and then if I don't, then I want to see if there's like a blood trail and indicating where the bodies might go.
And do you see my crossbow?
I don't care about a crossbow.
Okay, so with a 19, you notice that you don't hear anything, you don't immediately see any immediate threats, and you have the torch kind of like around you, so you have like that immediate area. So it's because it's a little dark in here, but you do notice that there is like a kind of like a blood trail that goes in this direction.
And is
over
the door
here
closed over there?
Yeah, the door that was closed over there, and that seems to be where most of the blood is being dragged. You kind of like you see more like splashes of blood, but you assume like that's where some of the bodies fell, or where some of you guys fell, and like especially towards like the main door area. But yeah, that's all you see, and you do not spot a crossbow.
All right, I'll go check over here. It looks like all the doors are closed that I can see, so
Correct.
I'll try to figure out how to open this door. I remember the monster thing being attached to like chains or something, and
right, yeah. So you notice that like so actually, can you move back a second? So like this is kind of like a weird drawbridge type thing. So you notice that the drawbridge is up first. So I'll say that you take the time to lower that. That's pretty easy. And then you notice that there's like this, there's like these two large handles on like the door that kind of like push that you can like grab and like, and they're not really like handles. You notice that they're more like hooks, but you notice that that's like more for like putting in like a large bar to kind of like barricade it from like them pulling out.
Okay.
Not the greatest design, but it is what it is. So you notice that this large piece of wood, like this large post, is something you'll have to like move up or out somehow to be able to open this up. So it'll require a strength check or some other leveraging techniques to open.
Well, how tall is the ceiling?
How tall is the ceiling?
Yeah.
It's about 10 feet.
What's it made of? Stone?
The ceiling?
Yeah.
Stone, yes. So yeah, you notice this whole area is like made out of stone, and parts of where there's not stone, it's like kind of like made with like the ice, like it like kind of like fuses. Like most of like the ground is like it's like stone, and like some pieces are just kind of like frozen over. It's a pretty kind of like this ice temple.
No hooks or anything in the ceiling, I assume, to like hang anything from, to hang like lighting or anything like that from.
No. You notice that's like the first thing you notice. Like, why are there no like places for like sconces or anything like that? because they don't need it. No.
Well, I guess I'll go over there and like make an attempt to lift this thing up, assuming I can't lift it up. But I'm just gonna go over there and confirm it's not like hollow or something.
Okay, give me a strength check.
It's not like lightweight carbon fiber.
Yeah.
Graphene.
Camouflaged as wood.
Yeah. Then you're like, man, cell is not as strong as I thought. Oh. But so I'll say with this, you're just like, you kind of notice like, okay, I don't have to like lift up and like out.
I want to push it.
Exactly.
I
You want to
get
push it to kind of release part
I
of
want to
it.
get like horizontal to the floor where my feet are like propped against something over here.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm just like all my strength to try to slide it across and
Exactly.
off.
That's exactly how I envisioned it. So you're just like, you figure out like, okay, how do I position myself mechanically? And like you push it. And you guys hear from the other side like a lot of struggling. A couple like blood vessels popping in the eyes. And and then you eventually you like finally get to the point where you're like, oh shit, it's actually moving. And then it slides, and then the bar falls, and yeah, you're able to successfully move that post.
I have a picture that I like fall to the floor and I'm seeing stars from the strain.
You're just gonna like, man, that's
The
like all the
door-
effort I had all day.
The door's open.
I'll try and pull the door open again, hearing that.
Okay, give me another strength check. This
Then
time it'll be. a
I'll
little bit
help
easier.
too.
Look like
Okay.
I got a fight with a log.
Oh my god.
You
I
do
can-
get. Yeah, you helped. You're
Yeah.
helping Ozoran, right? You're rolling again.
Oh, do you want me to roll? a
Yeah, go ahead,
silo?
roll. Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect. So I'll say with the two of you kind of attempting this, you're able to, it's kind of like the door is heavy in itself, so like that's part of like the barricading, but like with enough time and like effort, you guys are able to open the door. And you guys can go inside.
I'm gonna
since it's-
I'm gonna thank Jimothy for opening the door. And I'm gonna give him my last muffin.
Oh,
Used this before I tried to open
That's
the
a-
door.
That's a reward.
Yeah.
so he gets the muffin. So you just like, oh,
Yeah, you stave off my withdrawals for one more hour.
exactly. So you'll have to roll later in the day, but yeah, for now you at least tapered it off, and I guess since it's 10 here, we'll stop for the night, and then next time we'll pick it up where you guys kind of explore this area and see what the heck happened.
Does Zoran see her crossbow? Right here.
No, you do
That's
not
what
see the
she-
crossbow.
God.
That's what she
Gone.
truly cares about.
It's gone forever.
I mean, if it was
Yeah.
there, I would know that that means they, overlooked it. But if it's gone, that means they did do a sweep in here and took everything.
It's true. We'll see. We'll see you next time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And maybe there's something
Alrighty.
else in here.
Yeah. They've booby trapped it or something. We don't know.
Okay. But yeah, good session, guys. Guys got a little bit of combat. Went back, recuperated, and I get to explore a little bit more. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to check in with you guys in terms of like how things are pacing. Like, is this a pretty good pace on like how the campaign's going? Do you guys
Yeah.
want things a little bit faster?
Man, I gotta be honest. I don't think you have to worry too much about pace. We'll keep pushing when we need to.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
We know these things take time. We're not doing
Right,
it
exactly.
We're not
I
doing it
just-
one
Like-
shot by any means. How long
Yeah.
did Storm King's Thunder take?
Like
Right,
barring one pandemic, but I mean,
Yeah.
how long
Exactly.
did it take?
Yeah.
We completed that campaign in like 20 sessions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we weren't playing earlier and playing like an hour longer, I think, for that one.
Yeah, half hour. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
And it's just with this many players, combat takes a while. So
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to check in with you guys because, like, I mean, I like do some of the stupid flavor stuff of like, making you guys go hunting or whatever. I could just been like, oh, you get deer
Oh no,
or whatever.
I'm good with that.
No,
No,
yeah, man,
it's-
that's all
I didn't
good.
realize that we could roll like 5 times like Jimothy did, so maybe I
Just roll till you get the number you want.
yeah.
Oh yeah, let's
Mad
make it
shade,
take
mad shade.
longer.
Well, I mean, if we wanted to pick up the pace, we would end the campaign in a different spot than we started the campaign or the session, right?
Mhm.
Because I feel like we started tonight's session
At the door,
at the door.
and we
and
ended
here we
it
are at the end of the
at-
session
at the door.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
Right. So
yeah,
geographically, you really didn't make much progress, but
you know.
We killed a lot of people, and that's what we were like.
you killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
But
Speaking of, I've never seen someone use a magic missile as a hammer before, so
Jesus.
new.
Yeah.
that was pretty cool. Yeah, no, I'm all for that kind of flavor stuff. So yeah, feel free to. Yeah, I mean, like this like at the end, like this is ultimately for you guys. So like, I want you guys to enjoy it. So if you guys want something in particular, or you guys want to see more
If you
of
could not
X, Y, Z.
have your monsters kill 3 of our party, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
know?
Do that more, actually.
So okay, just kind of like
Just
revealing
kidding.
behind the curtain
I'm
here.
kidding.
No, I think this is funny. Like, there's like you guys are always asking like, oh, where's the like save little Timmy who fell down the well or whatever. Like where are those missions? And there are some of those, and then there's some where just like, hey, why don't you guys go fight these like barbaric zombie things? And so like I think what's gonna happen is like once you guys like get through like this more difficult stuff, you guys go do some of those things if you decide to do them. You're gonna be like, wow, this is cake. You're just slaughtering things left and right.
we're just
So
trying
you're
to
doing, like,
push
the
through
initial
the
grind.
hard thing and get the milestone to make everything else, all the side quests easier. You gotta get the
Exactly.
main storyline out of the way to get all the
Yep.
other stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And so, yeah, it's funny enough because like, I don't know, you'll see more, but like there is like, it's just kind of with every like campaign that I've read. Like, there's like some stuff like side quests that are like tied in with like the main story. Some side quests are just kind of like just side quests. And so, I don't know. It's interesting to see how like what paths you guys are picking and like, because like I've seen like a couple playthroughs of what some people do, and some people are like totally doing everything opposite that you guys are doing. So I just think that's funny.
What you're saying?
Okay.
People aren't creating or aren't getting bear traps and like trying to set it up so that hopefully it can wrap
no,
up on someone's
no.
leg.
No one's doing that.
Yeah, you guys are gonna go broke paying these feeding these polar bears
Yep.
until you guys just run out of money, and then they're gonna eat you, and then you're gonna be like, well,
Yeah. I'm
Okay,
gonna look
then
into...
we'll just keep the loot that's in the fucking wagon.
But yeah, I'm gonna look into like figuring out how to like properly maybe do some rolls, maybe to like to see maybe if you could domesticate them, but I highly doubt you're gonna be able to domesticate 2 full-grown polar bears.
I guess I felt like they were already somewhat domesticated if the goblins were using them as cart transport.
They were mainly just like swipped, so you might have to resort to more barbaric practices, but I don't know about just full-blown animal cruelty.
I forgot about it earlier, but I think we do have a couple of items that make the animal handling checks easier.
We do. We have a whistle.
So we haven't tried that method yet.
Oh no, we have a whistle and we have 2 potions.
Yeah.
Right.
Potions of animal friendship.
Sure. So just keep those in mind.
I figured we would use that when we're coming back though, because we really do need them coming, to haul the cart when we leave.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to point that out. Okay. All right. Cool. Well,
You know
we'll
what-
pick it up there next week.
You know what we should have done? We should have seen if we could have bought one of the horses that would have been in that stable beforehand. Fed the horse to the polar bear.
If it was there.
Or we could just let the polar bears go and get horses.
I don't know if the horses can pull with the loot, the weight of the loot. I think that's why they had the polar bears.
Nah, it's
The
The,
goblins.
cart's like 600 pounds. A horse can pull that.
Yeah, there you go.
So we'll burn that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah,
Literally.
exactly.
Ah,
Cool.
cool.
All
Good
right.
deal.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Yep.
Guys,
See you guys
take
next
care.
week.
See you guys next
Yeah.
week.
Have a good
See
night.
ya.